Hello and welcome to League of Legends. I'm here to talk about flashing and how to not fail your flashes, because that tends to be a bad thing to do and to happen to you. So, mouse over here, as you can see, the flash is a very short range. However, everyone knows that you can flash over this hill. Except the range of the flash doesn't reach anything but about half of this thing, as you can see. Even the Kassadin's own teleport, which is 700 range, goes just barely over it. So what does that mean? It means your flash's range does not have to be exactly over the thing you're trying to jump over to get past it. So, firstly, let me talk about pathing, because pathing in this game is kinda smart. Like, if I click here, the champion starts going right around and to get there. However, this is slightly problematic in many occasions, because when you are getting chased, you typically run towards a wall like this and then you flash over it. Because then if your enemies either have to burn flash or some other method of getting to you, or run the long way around. What this all causes is that you come here, you're being chased, you start moving around, and then you click here, and your champion starts moving elsewhere than here, where you would do the flash. Well, this results in you doing something funky, like trying to flash from here. And if you notice, this is what happens. As you can see from the edge, here is where you end up. Not on the other side, but on this side, and that is a failed flash. For this reason, while you are being chased, I always suggest flashing, or then again using any movement ability which allows you to travel over these walls / obstacles, whatever you wanna call these things. Be that Trindamir's movement, or Sejuani's, or Kassadin's Riftwalk, or even Fiddlestick's Crowstorm. You want to go over something you are moving parallel with. Like, if I'm being chased from here, and I'm moving towards this direction, instead of going here and flashing over this, it would be much more beneficial for me to flash over this obstacle, because as you can see, I can get over it. Instead, here, because then all I have to do is I can click here and move my mouse here and click flash button, and I would flash over it. Instead, if I do this whole sequence again, if I'm being chased and I click here first and then I accidentally click somewhere here, my pathing changes and I won't be able to flash over here, resulting in a failed flash when I, in a panic, try to flash from somewhere around here to get over it. I hope I made the point entirely clear by repeating it one too many times at least, but in general, try to keep that in mind. Flash over something you are moving parallel with, whether that is a wall like this, or whether that is a wall in this direction as an example. Because as you can see, you can flash over this thing. So I've moved back over and around this wall / obstacle thing to demonstrate that overshooting with your mouse is a good thing. Like, for example, here, I could obviously try to land my Riftwalk right in the middle of this to make me bounce over it, but if I just move my mouse right over here, does the same thing. As long as I overshoot the thing I am trying to get over by a wide margin, like from here to here, does the same exact thing. For this reason, I suggest when you are trying to get over a wall, especially one you are moving parallel to, remember I mentioned that you overshoot it by a wide margin. As an demonstration example, let me move this way and flash over this. See? I overshoot it a lot and hit flash and I bounce over it. Do the same thing with Rift Walk. As you can see, you can overshoot with your mouse and you fail very much less flashes. Much less flashes. Believe me. The problem comes when you're not near the thing, so you're trying to flash from somewhere like here due to pathing, and as you can see from the range of the flash, as I have already shown before, you end up on this side and not on that side. And I mentioned the parallel movement and I'm going to mention it again, simply because it makes life much easier. So let me show one more little thing. So I am at the brush here, near the massive wall slash obstacle here near the mid lane. And if you look, the Kassadin's Rift Walk with its 700 range would barely get to the outer edge of it. With the flash, well, about halfway over it. However, my mouse is over here, and if I hit flash, I flash right over it. That gave you some more new ideas for ganking, right? The same thing is, you can do it with Kassadin's Rift Walk and many other abilities. So, champion change time into Tryndamere and his spinning slash. And we are gonna spin right through here. So you can see. And now if we wait for the cooldown to finish, I'll prove that he can also go over this area. Like this. However, he cannot, because of the range of the spinning slash, he cannot get through here, through this line. He also cannot get over here, where for example Fiddlestick's Crowstorm can get him over here. Just fine. And let's show one more champion called Sejuani. And here we are on the Sejuani, another champion with a charge type ability. As you can see, I'm overshooting this charge. Get past these thick walls just fine. Our positioning is key, same as if when you are trying to flash through them. If you position wrong, for example I tried to do that previous charge from here to here, it would not work. As you can see, I'll just collide with the wall because I cannot get past it. It's partial difference with charges and flashes, and you will get used to that after toying around with it a little. So, remember, when you are trying to get past obstacles, overshooting with your mouse is not a bad thing. It is a bad thing when you need to get a certain distance only. Then it might be a bad thing, but if you are trying to get over walls only, then it is a bad thing. However, this was about flashing, so remember what I talked about flashing and pathing at the beginning. Do some little bit of practice. Kassadin's Rift Walk, very good ability to practice with. If you don't have Kassadin, Fiddlestick's Crowstorm, longer cooldown but works the same way as Flash as well. And even on Sejuani or Tryndamere it can be done. And do not fail flashes in the future. Thank you very much for watching.